Can you all hear me? If so, say so, because Streamlabs crashed on me when I went to start this stream. Literally, I went to start the stream and nothing for like a minute. So that was weird. Gotta love streaming sometimes. But anyways, how's it going, everyone? My name is Mitchell Mander, and welcome to my live stream. Today we're going to be covering Pokemon Horizons episode 77. I'm going to be completely honest and be transparent here. Considering the type of episode this is, being more of a gag-focused episode, probably not going to have a full-on summary of the episode. It doesn't mean it's like a bad episode by any means. This episode was great, but it's just one of those episodes where you kind of need to shut your brain off when you're watching it, if you know what I mean. But, yeah, anyways, we're talking about this episode 77 of Pokemon Horizon. So, hey, hope you all are having a wonderful Saturday, wherever you're at. Anywho, if you're someone that's brand new here, you're coming across this stream or video after, obviously, the stream ends for the first time. Usually what we do here is, we have these streams on Saturdays, typically, sometimes Sundays. Usually give it about a couple minutes here at the beginning to let some people join, join the chat, say a few things, and then I usually give a summary. Like I said, the summary for today's episode is going to be kind of shorter. But I'll give my thoughts on the episode, assign a rating, and then I hand it over to the chat. I have to usually catch back up on the chat once I'm done with my summary. And then we just talk about whatever from there. So there's that. Oh yeah, and obviously if you like this type of content, it'd be pretty cool if you subscribe to the channel, like the video, hit that notification bell, and watch as much as you can. Also join the chat, or say something in the comments. I'd really appreciate it. But, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah, by the way, I do have memberships, so that's only if you want to. No pressure, 99 cents a month. You get access to emojis in chat. In fact, I will display the ones that I currently have right now. They are in the chat, so those are my current emojis that you would get if you became a member. So just figured I'd throw it out there. No pressure. Don't have to do it if you don't want to, but it's there. Obviously, if you get the more members I get, the more emojis I can actually upload and utilize for the stream. So yeah, there's that. Also, another thing, the music here in the background comes from a separate stream, the Video Game Study Lounge from Game Chops. Pretty much it is lo-fi remixes of video game music along with some originals there. Pretty cool, pretty chill. I usually listen to it when I'm studying, working out, just relaxing. I'm at work and need something to distract me from the work day. It's pretty nice. I listen to it pretty often, so check it out sometime. Super Plush Productions, PokeFan, what's up? I'm giving it a 5. I was thinking a 6, but a few things holding it back, that 6 back. I just think this was a silly episode. Nothing to really nothing really to write home about. I don't think this episode was as good as episode 42, but I still don't think that this was a bad episode, if that makes sense. But I'll get to my thoughts here in a moment. You can tell that this episode is splitting the people. When 9, 10, 8, 7, and 6, 5 are currently tied. Yo! A wild Jeff X has appeared. How's it going, my friend? Good day to you, too. Are you related to the Mighty G? who can split the water, apparently. I'll give it another minute and then we'll get started with the summary for the episode. Yeah. Hope you're all having a wonderful day. Really weird how Sharpedo is still breathing on land. I know this is a magical anime monster series, but let's be realistic, it's dead. Yeah. And that's, yeah, you know, it's Pokemon. It's also a gag episode, so you know. Anyways, okay. I'm gonna go ahead and talk about episode 77 of Pokemon Horizon. I almost said 42. Thinking about that episode back then. Anywho, so yeah, 2 Mighty G episodes in 1 year. How about that? Anyways, we've arrived in Olivine City. Turns out to be Ludlow's hometown, so we're hanging out trying to find Entei. Murdoch stays behind to actually cook a dish specifically from Olivine City. And then he runs into trouble with his Tatsutsuguri, however you say its name. They end up stealing his little pan here, wooden pan, run off with it and get lost at sea for a little bit. These little guys are troublemakers, not gonna lie. Anyways, we're hanging out, we're trying to like figure out, you know, where Entei's at, so we're going around town, we're at the old man. He's like, oh yeah, you know, this is my old hometown, you know, there used to be like a shop here. Oh wait, it's a smartphone store now. Oh wait, there used to be like a store over here. Oh wait, it's a parking lot. So you got that a lot in the episode. But yeah, we don't really have any luck finding Entei. Nobody really knows anything, so we're kind of just chilling at this point at the beach. We end up running into another old guy. And it was actually kind of funny because I think his name is Mamori, if I'm reading that correctly. He has a Wooper as his partner, but he's a big fan of a movie star. Olivine City's biggest movie star. Well, it seems like the guy's more of a B-list star, because a lot of his movies were kind of just the samey. But the dude was a prolific actor, which it turns out it's actually Ludlow. I was not expecting Ludlow to be an actor, but that was kind of interesting. But he doesn't really like comment on it any further, but it's pretty clear it's him. But he starred in a bunch of movies, but there's a bunch of versus Sharpedo movies that apparently were like somewhat popular. And yeah. The B-list movies. I do like the reference to the B-list movies. I think that was kind of funny. Like I especially like the one where he's a zombie running in a marathon. But every movie has to have a Sharpedo. That's the joke. Every single movie that he stars in, it could be like, oh, this is a romantic comedy with Sharpedo. Oh, this is a zombie apocalypse with Sharpedo. This is an alien invasion with Sharpedo. Anywho, the old man, you know, he's obviously watching one of his movies or whatnot. I like how, like, when they go outside, Roy's like, hey, this actually looks like a lot like Mighty G, and he shows the old guy a picture of Mighty G, and he's like, that's not my hero. And they make a little subtle joke that, wow, can this guy not accept his heroes growing old? Almost seems like a little subtle nod to, you know, the fact that Ash never ages. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but It was just a funny little moment. Anyways, they apparently head out to the Whirlpool Islands, where apparently one of the movies was shot at. So it's like there's a rock, which is where the movie actor, I forget what the name exactly is for his movie actor name, Ludo's movie actor name, Elias. This is the rock where he was at, and we're touching it. And Liko's like, yeah, I'm touching this rock. But everything's kind of chill, and then obviously the Tatsuguri ends up escaping from the ship while Murdoch's trying to find it. Ends up going out to sea, ends up getting caught in one of the whirlpools, and still having a lot of fun. Whooper tries to go in and save it, it doesn't really work. Quagsire comes out to try and help out too, and that's when Ludo gets the opportunity to actually go and change into his Mighty G form. Ends up saving the day. Obviously, the guy is super swole. Apparently, he's struggling to maintain the form for even 3 minutes, but he manages to save the day, and we get some pictures and everything. We didn't find out from the old dude, hey, one of my customers actually cited that Entei was out at sea at this archipelago. So, yeah, that's where you probably should go to check out on Entei. Oh, and the episode ends with them actually having Murdoch's Olivine City dish, which ends up he had to use a wash tub for it instead of his actual, cooking pan or whatever, which I thought was kind of funny. And then his meal gets apparently wrecked, so, yeah. So, yeah, overall, yeah, I don't like this episode as much as episode 42, but, I like the gaggy moments in the episode. The gaggy moments, like the B-list movie stuff. I think that stuff is funny. It's actually kind of funny that they would actually go that far to actually, make references to that type of stuff. I have to give the writers some kudos for that. That was actually pretty neat. Mighty G, obviously seeing Mighty G all the time is actually pretty cool. I think it's pretty neat that Ludlow was a movie star back in the day. That being said, I will say that I kind of was expecting a little bit more. What I mean by more is, kind of wanted to know a little bit more about his backstory, like him growing up there and stuff, or just something else. It's cool that he's a movie star. That's cool. That adds to the whole Mighty G thing, which is nice. But it is kind of a gag. It's a funny gag, but I kind of want at least some more character, if that makes sense. So that'd be probably my main critique. I was kind of hoping for some backstory. And it does feel like one of those episodes where you doesn't really feel like you need to watch, but technically it's, it's not filler, like some people might accuse it of being, because we're the old man that we met in the episode is actually going to be leading us to Entei, so yeah. All these episodes are connected, so I don't know. This episode maybe is a solid 6 or 7 for me. Like I said, the gag moments are funny, but I was kind of hoping for a little bit more with Ludlow. Obviously, this is a calm before the storm, which is going to be going up against Entei in next week's episode. So, yeah, and that's the final episode of 2024. So, yeah, probably best to kind of just chill out before we actually do something crazy in the next episode. So, yeah, this episode, it was fairly good. It was all right. So, not really much to talk about per this episode. Next week's episode, we know Entei is coming, but we're kind of hitting a dry spell when it comes to Horizons content. I get the feeling we're going to be getting a trailer here. Either a trailer or a poster or something to kind of get us hyped for 2025. I have a video in mind that I've been wanting to make, but I'm kind of holding back on it until maybe we get some news regarding Horizons. We might even get news on the week that Horizons isn't airing, which would be on the 27th. We might actually hear something then, possibly. So, but I do have a video that I'm going to be making here pretty soon. I already have a script written out for it. I just got to, actually sit down and, start recording my lines. And then doing some editing and stuff to throw it together. That'll be down the road a little bit, though. I'm debating whether I should release it, sooner or later. But, yeah. Anyways, episode's alright. I don't know how many people are going to be here, to be honest. But we could chit-chat for a while here, since we're still pretty early into the stream. It did get a little bit interrupted due to, Streamlabs almost crashing on me at the start. Anyways, time to get caught back up on chat. And also vote in the poll above. We've only got 6 votes right now, so cast your vote, and yeah. Really weird how... Okay, I already read that. Sorry, Pokefan. It's not really that I hate the episode, that the low score. It's just like you said. It wasn't really nothing crazy. Oh boy, don't even get me started with the Kilowattrel scene. Oh my gosh. I kind of left that part out purposely, but yeah, that could have been a moment where it did something and, it was completely useless. It was one of those things where it's like, oh, well, if you remember back in episode 42, Roy was kind of useless in that moment, and Mighty G had to come in and save the day. Though, back in that episode, it was kind of funny in that moment, but, here, it's okay, Kilowattrel's still gonna get disrespect. It's already kind of not looking good. I was kind of hoping that this arc would actually kind of do some things with the secondary Pokemon, but I'm starting to lose hope. I really don't want to be that way, but man. And I know this is not a super plot heavy or important episode, but even still, you could at least do something, It just gets dizzy because of the whirlpool. That's not My Hero. This is... Pulls out My Hero Academia Volume 1. I was struggling with the transition for even 3 minutes. He's just All Might for real. Yep. Yeah, they're definitely gonna do that. I wouldn't be surprised. Don't be surprised if he has to utilize Mighty G and it's the last time we see Mighty G in the series. He ends up possibly getting exposed and everyone's oh my gosh. He's Mighty G! Ludlow's Mighty G! And then after he does his, smash or whatever, he punches the ground or something, and saves the day or something. I could see something ridiculous happening where they say he saves the day, but then, it'll be All Might, where he can only use his form for, a second. And then he falls right out of it. He's well, I can only do this for, 1 second now. Dang it. The kids are on your own now. Mighty G is officially retired. Yo, Kevin, what's up? How are you doing? Still can't believe Kilowattrel hasn't learned a move since the beginning. I know. I was kind of hoping things would change in this arc, but I guess not. I feel like the secondary Pokemon should at least get 4 moves before the end. Yeah, I'd hope so too. I mean, Liko now has 3 Pokemon technically, so not really expecting much with Terapagos, but at least Hatterene could probably, get some battle time here soon, maybe. So yesterday in Discord, me and other people had to explain how a whirlpool worked because somebody was adamant that the Tatsugiri couldn't swim out of the whirlpool and were giving water types a bad name. What? Does this guy not know how this... They were going to be trapped. If they go into that whirlpool, they ain't coming out. So, yeah. They shouldn't have never gotten starters as their first Pokemon. I don't necessarily think that having the starters is like the bad thing. I think that's kind of, you know, the selling point for each generation. Like, at least, like, characters getting the starter Pokemon. It's just that they don't need to hyper focus on them. That's like the big issue that I have with this series, is that they're just hyper focusing on them and not really utilizing their other Pokemon. Like, I don't mind them catching other Pokemon. Like when Roy caught Wattrel back in episode 13, 14, that was a big deal, and I was really excited back then. And like, he doesn't really utilize uses other Pokemon. It was always just his Crocodile, originally a Fuecoco. So like, I just think that like they need to find balance, because like they're only using their like starter Pokemon like all the time. I'm hoping maybe with this Entei battle they utilize their other Pokemon, but with Cleavor it was just the starters, so it makes me think that, I mean, I gotta go back and watch the preview. I only watched it the one time, but like, I'm kind of hoping maybe the secondary Pokemon, you know, participate. Like, maybe? That'd be good, but like, that'd be a start, but like, they just don't need to hyper focus on them all the time. Find balance with your Pokemon. Like, maybe use terrestrialization on one of them, dude. Like, kill a Wattrel, like, terrestrialize and kill a Wattrel would be cool. I think people would get excited. Like, do that. But nope, we just can't win, I guess. Can't confirm how true this is, but I heard somewhere apparently Roy and Dot might be getting another Pokemon. I mean, that would be good, but like, again, like, you got their second Pokemon that probably need a little bit of development first. Just saying. I guess, like I said, I'm kind of expecting either a trailer or like a poster to come out here soon, since we're at the end of 2024. And kind of coming to the end of what I consider to be the first half of the Rayquaza Rising arc. So my expectation is we're going to be getting either a trailer or a poster here very soon. Because there's... honestly, it's been really hard to make content on the Horizons lately, because it's been kind of It's been in a bit of a dry spell lately. So... a trailer, like or a poster that showcases like upcoming Pokemon would definitely be intriguing. And you know, like what happened last year when we saw the trailer and we saw Dot with Tinkatink, that was immediately all of us being like, "Yep, Dot's catching that Pokemon." They could do something similar. We're like, "Oh, hey, look, a new Pokemon for Roy or a new Pokemon for Dot or something like that." It's just that like, I kind of want the secondary Pokemon to get the respect they deserve, and I don't want these third Pokemon to get the same treatment, if you know what I mean. Just having their starters as their first Pokemon and secondary catches, like in the Ash era. I see what you mean. Speaking of the starter hyperfixation, anyone notice how much they've been hyping up particularly the starter evolutions in Terrapagos? Only lately in merch and promotion? Yeah, I've seen that. Didn't even see them in the preview, I think. Ugh. See, that already is making me just doubtful. Maybe I'm wrong, but like, it feels like only the starters are going to be participating against Entei, which I feel, you know, I get that, and like in Rage you can only use one Pokemon, but like, come on, this is the Pokemon anime. we can work around it, you know. I think Heteran will evolve to Heteran, and most likely will learn Future Sight and Psycho Cut. I mean, I'm expecting them to fully evolve, but like, yeah, that'd be a nice moveset though. Future Sight, I think, would be pretty neat on it. Yeah, I said great sarcastically, cause Yeah. Yep. That's kind of where I'm at too. Do you think we get new episode titles in the next week or the off week? We typically, as history usually, has kind of shown us, or at least what we've gotten in the past, typically we'll at least get like an episode or something, episode title, maybe two, here in the next week. We're at least off on the 27th. We might be off the first week in 2025. So we might have a 2-week break. Sometimes they do that. Typically, the magazines will come out, Koro will come out, and we'll have the episode titles and summaries. Well, if they have summaries. At least titles for episodes that are upcoming for the month. That's why I usually do my videos near the beginning of the month. It's been a little bit dry lately because we just... as you've probably seen from my recent discussion videos, we haven't been getting summaries, so it's kind of making me making these videos kind of hard. It's getting harder and harder for me to make these videos because I'm just like, man, I just gotta just come up with stuff, It's like a pure speculation on my part when I don't have a summary. But yeah, we should be getting episode titles soon, and I'm like I said, I'm expecting a trailer probably, or poster or both coming soon. Do you think since they focus on Molly and Ludo, Murdoch will get another focus episode? Probably. I imagine he probably will. It seems like they're kind of doing that again. So I wouldn't be surprised in early 25 we get like an episode focused on him again. Maybe he does it like enters like a food competition or cooking competition. That'd be cool. Well, maybe. Oh yeah, that one dude who always says stop complaining about the second month was ripping into us for complaining that Kilo didn't do anything. We're just so ungrateful, and he's fed up. That sounds like a him problem, not you guys. Because in his words, all of y'all are the same. You all have the complaint of them not winning in battle since season 3, and that's the only argument y'all use. Why they aren't treated good. Bull crap. We gave him more reason and he debunked it all because, quote unquote, the starters need this development, and Watro, Hatena, and Tinkatink had amazing development. Are we watching the same series as him? Again, it seems like a him problem more than anything. Did he give good reasons why they had amazing development? Because I was going to say I'd like to know what this amazing development is, because I'd like to find it, Or is this guy just some troll or something? Because the starters need development, but the secondary Pokemon have amazing development? Okay. Well, do tell. Murdoch goes on Hell's Kitchen. Sounds funny. Hold on, y'all. You know, I could see him having a pretty hard time on Hell's Kitchen. Might even be crying by the end of it. You know how that goes. How much time do you think this arc ends? You think until this arc ends? Well, if we're gonna base it on how the previous arcs have kind of gone, which are anywhere between 20 and 25 episodes. First chapter was 25 episodes. Second chapter was 20 episodes, and then I think the Terrestrial Course was 22 episodes, I think. So I would imagine it's somewhere in that range. So we're at episode 77, so this arc has gone on for almost 10 episodes. Actually, yeah. Pushing 10 episodes already. So I'd say we're getting close to the halfway point, probably. Would be my guess. I'd say March would probably wrap things up. And by then we'll probably have we might even have Rayquaza. Sorry, guys. Seems like the weather is catching up to me, and I got a little runny nose here, stuffy nose. Fun times. Gotta love winter. I have so many questions about Gen 10, and they don't release it. They don't release it next year. What will it look like? I'm gonna be real with you. I think we need to learn about ZA before Gen 10 is actually like a thing. Also, we probably need I'm going to just be real. I've said this before, but we don't need a Gen 10 to come out next year, guys. We already saw what happened last time. I think we need to take a little bit more time and not just pump out the games every 3 years. That's kind of not feasible anymore. And it's kind of impacting the quality of the games. If we want, actual good quality and, no performance issues and all that stuff, take your time with it and then put it out. Otherwise, it's going to kind of, put a damper on, Pokemon's reputation if it keeps having these issues crop up over and over again. So I would say let's wait and see what Legend ZA looks like first. Which at this point I'm not expecting anything until Pokemon Day. More than likely got kind of delayed due to the whole leaks and stuff happening. That didn't help things, that's for sure. Wattrel overcame its fears of flying in a reasonable sense. Hatana overcame her emotional struggles. Like a big girl with confidence, and Tinky just evolved so she doesn't... What? That's it? It just evolved? Oh yeah, it evolved. Great development. There's nothing else there. They ain't trolling either. They were dead serious. Oh boy. So... we're just going to ignore, the development that the starters had, especially Voikoko. They are a character, that's for sure. Feels like this, arc pushing this arc. I mean, it feels like we're going through this arc fast. It feels longer. I don't know. I kind of feel like it's gone by kind of fast, honestly, in my opinion. Because we kind of ran through Kitakami faster than I was expecting. And then now we're in Johto, and then who knows where we're going next. You haven't gotten news in almost a year. I'm just afraid because it feels like the anime is reaching the end. I feel like they aren't going to release Legends till late next year. Again, yeah, I don't think those leaks really helped. That definitely impacted the company, so probably push things back a little bit for ZA. Also, we're probably going to get the Switch 2 news as well. And my expectation is Pokemon, like Gen 10 is going to be on Switch 2 or whatever the next console is going to be called. And to be honest with you, I wouldn't be surprised if ZA ended up getting delayed and then put on Switch 2. But, then again, I was going to say, wasn't Black and White 2 out when the 3DS was out? So, yeah, they could still do that, I guess. Plus, the Switch still has a pretty large install base, so, yeah. Or they could do both. Who knows? When's the next Pokemon Presents? Pokemon Day, usually. Usually they do 2 a year, but they only did 1 this year, just because usually they do 1 in August and it didn't happen. But we also had... No, I mean, the leaks didn't happen until October, I guess, so... I know. But again, the thing about the leaks is there is some truth to it, but there's a lot of misinformation. Like, a lot of misinformation was spread thanks to a certain individual, and a lot of people bought it. That was kind of the big issue with it, too, because someone had to go and just spread a bunch of lies, and then, it kind of just masked what's true and what's not true, So, there's some stuff I can kind of verify and be like, yep, that's pretty legit, but then the other stuff, like the stuff that came out about the anime is just not verified. Even, yeah, another thing too, it's Game Freak leaks, not OLM leaks, so that's when I started to be like, when the stuff that came out specifically for the anime came out, I was just like, I don't think this is real, guys. Because the stuff that they're saying in these meetings just doesn't seem like stuff that they would actually bring up or say. Or even acknowledged. So. Well, like -2 mega reveals, but yeah, you never know what gets scrapped. Like I said, I don't even know if it's real or not at this point. Like I said, so much fake stuff got spread, so it's kind of just hard to figure out what was real and what's not. There's some stuff that you can be like, okay, yeah, that's real. But then there's a lot. I remember going through a lot of it. I'm like, there's no way this is real. Like after a while, when more stuff came out that was fake, I was just like, yeah, I don't think I trust a lot of this stuff now. I want to say the guy that actually leaked it actually condemned the person that was spreading lies, but then again, the leaker's not exactly a good person for doing what they did either, so... Anyways, enough talking about that. Pocket Monsters, Liko and Roy's Adventure, OST, how's it going? Welcome in. The starters for Legend ZA, I'm hoping, is Sobble, Chikorita, and Tipig. Guess we'll see. I just want to see something. And like I said, I'm kind of at a point where I'm just kind of skeptical about Pokemon on Switch. I've kind of already made it clear that, like, I'm just not a big fan of the Pokemon games on Switch, unfortunately. Except for Arceus. I mean, ZA has the potential too. I mean, if Arceus was pretty decent, I think ZA probably is going to be too, but I'm kind of at a point where I'm just like, man... Can we just release these games in like proper states now, please? I just don't want what happened to Scarlet and Violet to ever happen again. Pretty much put a damper on my whole experience with those games. Well, Scarlet specifically, because I played that one. But yeah, we'll see. I just would like to see a little bit more info on ZA before I decide I want to purchase it. But yeah, what you gonna do about it, I'm kind of more curious about Switch 2 right now, because there's been stuff that's been coming out about it, which makes me think we're pretty close to its reveal. I wouldn't be surprised if we get the reveal in January. Or they could do it right before Christmas, but I doubt they're going to do that. They want to probably have the Switch, you know, at least do decently well one more holiday season before they're like, okay, Switch 2. Or just don't call it Switch U. Whatever you do, do not call it Switch U. That would be not good. Then again, I don't think a Wii U situation is going to happen again at this point. Would prefer that for it not to happen. Switch or Wii U had some pretty good games, but like yeah, just the concept was not well thought out. But anyways, back to Pokemon Horizons here. Or not. I'll be real honest, I don't actually know if I could get a Switch 2. Just got a Steam Deck this year and as a birthday present, and it has emulation. So, yeah, that's your call. Maybe give it a little bit of time. I don't think they're going to be like, oh yeah, by the way, Switch 2, it comes out in March, kind of similar to when Switch 1 came out in March 2017. We're doing the same thing again. You know, I know I'm getting kind of off track here, but like I remember back before the Switch came out in 2016, when all the stuff was getting kind of revealed for the Switch. And when it came out that, you know, they were going back to cartridges, I remember being like, yep, Nintendo is about to fail once again. Way to go, Nintendo. You screwed up again. Should have just named your next console the Wii U 2. Way to go, Nintendo. You ruined my childhood again. Not saying I don't want to support Nintendo, I just don't have the cash for all these consoles. I see. I'll probably get it as long as it's available. Because that was the thing, because when Switch came out, it was just sold out all the time. It would go on sale, and then if you weren't like right there in that moment, it would sell out in like a minute or two. And I happened to be working at the time, and whenever it would go on sale, I'd be like, and I go and look at it like on my lunch break or whatever, and yep, sold out. So I'm just like, man, here I see people that I know playing Breath of the Wild, and I'm just sitting here, just sulking. And then a friend of mine happened to be like, hey, before Toys R Us died, and then technically came back, but they're having Switches on site. They're selling Switches. They got a bunch of them. You need to go there. So I just showed up there, and I was I think I was the 24th person in line, and they only had 25 Switches. So I barely lucked out there. They were literally coming out and counting us. And they hit a certain point, they're like, sorry, we only have 25 Switches and you're number 26. Sorry. I only got it that day. That was a couple of months. That was like a couple of months after it came out. And even then, like months later, it was still selling out like crazy. I remember something similar happened with Wii back in the day. Though I don't really recall that time very much. But yeah, just a little blast from the past from me. Fun times. Anywho, I kind of got away from talk about Pokemon Horizons, which makes sense because again, this episode's not like super plot heavy. It's kind of I would say it's a fine episode. Just if you're looking for like plot development, and this is not your episode. This is just more of a hey, shut your brain off and laugh at swole old man saving the day. Back on Horizons, I don't know how that guy honestly has the confidence to constantly say, "Quit bashing my opinions." about the second one, then proceeds to continuously get on the fence and mad when we critique Horizons. They actually never give it a low score. Oh, they're one of those people. You know, this actually reminds me of a certain person. A certain madness that used to be on my channel. That would argue with me all the time. Even in episodes where I'd give like a high score in Journeys, I'd say like I'd make like a critique or two, and it'd be like a minor critique, and they would jump on me and talk about how wrong I was and how the series was perfect. And I'm like, dude, you're coming to the wrong channel if you're gonna come here and, you know, expect me to just like, oh, everything's great. 10 out of 10 every episode. Nothing's wrong. I'm not gonna say their name out loud, but yeah. It kind of came to a boiling point in one of my videos where they kind of flipped out on me for talking about how it was ridiculous that I don't know if I said ridiculous or I said silly. I can't remember the phrasing I said, but I said it's a bit ridiculous or silly that you know Ash came back to Alola in Journeys, and you know Kukui and Burnett have a child now, and he's still 10. And the dude literally had a meltdown and was like going off on me like crazy. He's like, oh, well, what if in the Pokemon world, you know, they're only pregnant for 3 weeks? I'm like, what? I'm like, what insane logic is this? I'm like, this is like really, really, really reaching. But yeah. I think it got to a point where I'm just like, yeah, sorry, but this is my channel. I'll literally praise or critique the episodes as I please. That's just me, though. You guys know me. I don't hold back. If I like something, I'll tell you I like it. If I don't like it, I'll tell you. Gotta, you know, keep it real, you know. I wonder how they are going to find Lakua now, or Rakua now. That they will have at least 6 heroes soon. I think I said this before. I think I said this in the previous stream. I would not be surprised if we get Rayquaza at the end, but it's like some time before we go find Lakua or Rakua. Whatever you want to call it. They might be doing some research to figure out maybe its whereabouts or something. So I wouldn't be surprised if we had like a small Blueberry Academy arc where we go there, you know, meet up with Carmen again and meet Kieran, and then Briar again and stuff like that, meet some of the people at the Blueberry Academy. And then we have an Area Zero arc following that. I could see us be at Blueberry Academy for like 10-ish episodes, and then we do Area Zero. And then Arvin and Kieran and Nimona and Penny join. Maybe Carmen. Or something. Briar's there too. And then Freed's with the Liko Roaring Dot. We just head down to Area Zero and stuff. And then we have like Rakua arc or whatever. That would stretch us into 2026. Right there. I'll be real, yesterday everyone jumped the guy in general and was like, dude, you can't keep doing this. We respect your opinions, and yet you don't. Yeah. Get station. Takes 9 months. Real life Ash was gone for a little bit. There's more than likely no way he was gone that long. Yeah, that's... I don't see the point of them going to Blueberry Academy, but I didn't play the DLC. the anime could actually come up with a reason for them to go there. Like, it could be Briar, like, request them to go, like, meet them there, because they might know somebody. We'll just say they know somebody there that might help them out with Terapagos. And then we get, like, a mini arc where they're kind of, you know, participating in, like, classes or whatever there. And then, you know, Roy and Kieran have a rivalry or something like that. I don't know. I'm just coming up with stuff, like, throwing ideas, what they could potentially do. I'm just saying, like, in the DLC, you go through the Blueberry Academy, but that eventually leads to you going back to Area Zero and going to the lower levels of Area Zero. And Kieran's with you for that. And that's where Terapagos shows up in the DLC. I'm just saying, I wouldn't be surprised if we do Blueberry Academy and that leads us to going back to Paldea into Area Zero. And going into the lower levels to find where Terapagos originated from. So. So that's kind of why I feel like they could go that route, but I don't know. Because it'd be weird if it, like, I don't know if it'd be weird, but it'd be like, okay, we got Rayquaza. Now the final arc of series is Rakua or whatever. I don't know. That means Horizons would be ending early if that's the case. I feel like the series has enough material for at least one more year, though. Can't even think of any living creature that has a 3-week gestation period. And I'm an animal wildlife guy. Yeah, that's what I mean. I like brought that up and he was like going on about it and I was just like, dude, I'm like I'm not trying to I don't want to be like, I don't want to call out people like that or try to, like, you know, poke fun or whatever, but I'm like, dude, like you don't realize how ridiculous you're sounding right now. You're like reaching to like such a like insane degree that to try and defend Journeys, and I'm like, bro, you're flipping out over a minor comment I made that was like mildly satirically critiquing the series, and maybe one day I'll have to go back and go through that. For some reason, that video did particularly well on my channel, and it was like not really one of those videos you'd expect to do well, kind of thing. I think it got like 4K views or something, which is a lot for my videos. Lakua isn't in Area Zero though. Well, I know it's not in Area Zero. My point is that we could do a Blueberry Academy arc and then we go to Area Zero. Area Zero has been teased in the series already. It would be kind of strange if Horizon skips out on Area Zero. I feel like that would be a massive missed opportunity. And I'm pretty sure some people would be pretty disappointed if we didn't touch Area Zero. You know, it's kind of a big deal from the game, so, like, not doing that would be kind of odd in my opinion. I feel like, again, and they might go the opposite route and just go right to Rakua or whatever, but, like, I wouldn't be surprised if we get Rayquaza and they're like, hey, we need to do some research. Diana's doing some research, trying to figure out where, like, Rakua might be. In the meantime, they get like an information from like Briar, and they like decide to go there and do some more research on Terapagos, and then they get permission to go to Area Zero or something like that. I'm just saying they could do something like that. They could play along with that. Don't necessarily have to do the DLC to a T, but like they could touch on it at least a little bit. Because I gotta say, Carmen's inclusion in the Kitakami episodes was very underwhelming, if I'm being completely honest. So putting her in Blueberry Academy would at least give her more relevance in the series. Give me a second, guys. Gotta take just a quick ad break. Okay. Sorry about that. Throat was getting a little scratchy. Where was I? Therese, hi, how's it going? Welcome in. According to the Core magazine for this episode, it said that the Entei episode ending is supposed to be shocking? Interesting. Wonder what the shocking ending is going to be. According to Google, the Virginia possum has a 12-day castration cycle. Oh, the more you know. Interesting. That's really short. But doesn't really apply to humans. I mean, my main point with Area Zero is, like, I mean, they don't have to do exactly what, you know, I just laid out. They could just go straight to Area Zero for, like, whatever reason. I'm just saying, like, I don't want the DLC to be completely left out. At least we got Kitakami here. I'm a little bit underwhelmed with it, to be honest with you. But, like, in the prior series, we didn't get Isle of Armor at all. In Crown Tundra, they kind of barely touched on it. So, like, I don't want the same thing to happen here in Horizons. And Kitakami at least got more focused than even Crown Tundra did in Journey, so it'd be kind of a shame if Blueberry Academy, like, doesn't make an appearance, like, at all. I think people would be kind of upset if it didn't show. Just saying. I think they're going to Area Zero soon based on the opening Gita coming back. See, there is a chance for that, I'd say. I mean, do you think we're going to go to Area Zero and that's where Rayquaza is going to be or something? Wouldn't that be interesting? Like I said, I'm just laying out ideas. They could go kind of in the route I did, or they could go just straight to Area Zero. Or still do what I did with Blueberry Academy, but leave out Area Zero. I mean, there's multiple different routes they can take with this. I'm just saying, I want to see Blueberry Academy at some point. I wonder if we'll see any Paradox Pokemon or Mons down there. Probably. I also think we need Arven to be involved too. I don't think he showed up in episode 67 for no reason. He's definitely going to have some involvement later on. I think the end of the series will most likely be Kalos. You do have a point. They might have enough material for another year. Your thoughts? I guess we'll see with Kalos. They could, like, incorporate a little bit. I mean, we kind of got, you know, Shiny Zygarde already, though it doesn't seem to be really particularly tied to anything Kalos related, though. Arven can go cry in the corner. Kitakami should have been more filler. I do think I would have liked another episode or two. Like I said, Carmen's involvement in Kitakami was very, like, underwhelming, dude. She showed up, competed with Freed mostly off screen, and then lost to him, and didn't have any interaction with the kids. Like, what? At least Briar talked with the kids. I would have liked a little bit more from her, but at least she had some importance. Carmen's importance was, like, very minimal. Piran literally had more focus than the both of them. If she never appears again in the series, I'd say that they at least did a decent job with her. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, Carmen has to come back. Because if that was it for her, oh boy, am I going to have some issues with the series at the end. Watch them do the parents thing. I think that's where the Explorers' headquarters is. Don't think they will invade it or anything. You mean Area 0? Interesting. What if the Explorers are in Area 0? That'd be interesting. If you just didn't know it. But then again, at the same time, it's supposed to be a restricted area, so... I'd be asking it would beg the question, how are they getting away with it? To be honest, I didn't exactly like Penny's role either. Penny, I can get that. I was kind of hoping for a little bit more with her. It was very brief and didn't really contribute a whole lot. Nimona at least has had some decent focus, and she seems to have a little bit of a rivalry going on with Roy, so that's kind of neat. I'm just saying, I was like, it'd be cool if, like, you know, Dot and Penny, you know, faced off against each other. That was one of the things I was hoping would happen during Terrestrial debut. We didn't get that, so that was kind of eh. I would like Arvin and Liko to meet, though. That would be cool. I feel like they would get along. Oh yeah, that person was the sorry, Pokefan, I kind of threw me off there a little bit. That person is talking about. No, that I was talking about said that the Carmen appearance was handled absolutely well. She had a really good battle with Freed, and it was so well written. What? Huh? 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 He really isn't a troll? I was gonna say, like, what? You're breaking my brain, man. We call that being handled well. I like her personality. It shows in the anime. Like, that's good at least. It's just like they kind of hyped her up as being, you know, being introduced in this arc, and they didn't do anything. My brain hurts. I can't believe this guy is not a troll. Wow. This guy is for real. Wow. Okay. Guess I'm just gonna have to push all the logic out the door then. No, I mean, the Explorers HQ is in Kalos. If you look at the building design is modern. Oh, okay. It's most likely not Unova. Really? I guess we'll find out soon enough. I was gonna say I didn't suspect Kalos. It's kind of hard to pinpoint because you don't really have like a they're here. You know, obviously we don't want to know where they're at. Obviously, Freed and the others could show up to their front door. And like, all right, let's go. Let's do this. Get Officer Jenny on them. Get them all arrested. Penny always confused me. I want to stop bullying and protect my friends. Proceeds to make a gang and bully other kids. Yeah. Yeah, Team Star is kind of just very, I don't know. Not the worst team. That goes to Team Yell. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about the teams nowadays, man. The last one that I really liked was Team Skull. And that's because Team Skull had the personality and also Guzma as their leader. Team Yell just, oh my gosh, we love Marnie. We're her fans. We'll do anything for her. That means we're going to disrupt everyone. And then she literally yells at them. Piers is cool, though. But yeah, Team Yell sucks. I don't know. Back to the point. Team Stars, like, their designs are kind of neat. It's just, I don't know. I wasn't really kind of sold on their whole, like, purpose, I guess. Could have been handled a little bit better, in my opinion. Her battle theme, though. Oof. You know, I don't really care for Scarlet and Violet, but, like, her battle theme, man. They didn't need to go that crazy on it. It just needed to be a simple rival thing. Alright, we'll just make it, like, one of the best rival themes in the whole series. But yeah. Man, this has been an interesting stream, guys. Kind of gotten off topic, but I guess, you know, when it comes to, you know, this episode in particular, not really much to talk about. That being said, Mighty G is back. Although he can't maintain his form for more than 3 minutes now. So, oof. We'll let the swole man rest. Team Yell sucked so badly that when they had the vacuum cleaner convention, they won the top award for best sucking power. Yeah. I remember when they first got revealed. I remember taking one look at them. I'm like, yeah, no, no, get rid of it. No, I don't know. Like I said, I like Team Skull. Team Skull had the personality, and not necessarily like evil. They're just, you know, I mean, I guess being thugs, not and like, you know, committing some minor crimes, not exactly a good thing, yo. But like, Team Yell just oof. And then Team Star, yeah, better than Team Yell, but yeah. I mean, Team Flare from Gen 6, oof. In the games, ooh boy. Anime literally did them justice. Oh boy, you know what? I just realized it's been over an hour and I'm getting hungry. You guys got anything else for me? Where is the poll at, by the way? The poll is at... Ooh. Nine votes. Ooh, okay. Wow. Nobody voted lower than 5, at least. Alright. We'll take one more ad break here, and then we'll see what else we got. Alright. I just also want to say sorry if when I bring up these experiences of Discord, if it seems like I'm complaining or bashing people. I honestly don't care what people have to say. Opinion wise, I just think that there's sometimes some whack stuff. No, you're good. I'm just trying to think of what I could say. Maybe I mean, I don't mind, like, you know, having a chit chat here or two about it. Maybe I guess we could maybe save it for, like, I guess towards the end of the streams. That way, like, people don't come in and like, wait, what's happening, you know? If you get my drift. Because imagine if, like, I'm like, hey, I come into the stream and I look at that and I'm like, oh, what's going on? What are we talking about, guys? You know? Yeah. I think once we get to a point where it's just kind of just us talking, you can bring it up, you know? I know we got like 6 people here, but I know some people, you know, are just chilling. They're hanging out. We love our lurkers here, so you guys are the best. Yeah, and if you are lurking, you gotta hit that poll. Hit that poll. Vote in that poll. I mean, hit that like button. We're almost at 10 likes. Got 8 likes right now. Can we get to 10? Maybe 10 likes? 2 more. If you haven't liked the video, go right ahead. If you've already liked the video, then you've done your part. And I like this remixed. Comic Observatory. I think that's Mario Galaxy. Well, we can hit the pole, but the power might go out. That's on you, dude. Yeah, you gotta be careful, out there, especially during the winters with the icy roads and stuff. Don't be driving crazy, or you might hit a pole, hit something, or go into a ditch or something. Not good. Might cause a little bit of damage, Also could injure you or someone else, so think before you drive crazy. Only you can prevent accidents from happening. You guys come to the stream to hear opinions on Pokemon Horizon. Here I am lecturing you guys on driving safe. How did it come to this? How did we get here? Fun times. But yep, J-Dog McFly. Sorry I haven't been on the stream in a while. Hope I'm not too late. We're still streaming here for at least a little bit longer. How are you doing? We did talk about this episode a bit, but we kind of veered off a little bit. It's okay, though. What are your thoughts on this episode if you watched it? I wonder, do people need licenses as adults to ride Pokemon? Like how we need a driver's license for a car? That's a good question that I can't answer. Only the series can answer that. I wouldn't be surprised if, like, in a headcanon sense, it's like, hey, you're gonna ride that Charizard, fly across the sky. You probably need a permit to do all that, Otherwise, you might, like, violate some, like, city laws or something. No flying over this city. How are you feeling about the Johto arc so far? I mean, we're 1 episode into it, really. I mean, last week's episode, we don't even know where we're at, really. But we're in Johto officially in this episode, and it's okay so far. This episode, it's Mighty G. I love the gag. If you saw back when episode 42 came out, yeah, I really liked that episode. Fun episode. This episode not as good as episode 42, but still has some fun moments. I do like the gag scene, like I said earlier. I like the moment where we learn about Lulu as a movie star, but more so like low key. Because Dot points out, yeah, these seem like B movies, which they kind of are. Because it's like, oh hey, they're just gonna throw versus Sharpedo into like everything. So it'd be like, oh, it started out battling Sharpedo, but then now it's a romantic comedy with Sharpedo. Then you have oh, it's a zombie apocalypse with Sharpedo. Oh my gosh, there's an alien invasion going on with Sharpedo. Oh my gosh, the world is just getting destroyed. We need to save it. And Sharpedo. So yeah, that stuff was funny, but like, yeah, we'll see how next week's episode goes. That's kind of where we're gonna see how this this mini Johto arc is gonna go. Not too bad. I missed the last streams, but hey, I guess since I'm here now, Liko finally has a third Pokemon and probably her last catch. Yeah, there's a good chance that might be the case. Do you think they hang out in Johto after they get Entei? It's hard to say. Either we get Entei and we're gone, or we're here for an episode or two or something. Kind of hard to say. Guess we'll see what happens. Where's the Mitchelmander stream with Sharpedo? You know, that is a good question. I need to, you know, maybe my channel, maybe I should change my channel name from Mitchelmander to Mitchelmander with Sharpedo. It just needs to be the Liko image that I have as my profile pic, but then you have a Sharpedo like hanging out like over on the side or something. There you go. There it is. There's its inclusion. I actually might do a new profile pic here soon. I like the silly Liko profile pic, but might change it up. I think Mighty G is going to be in that poll, though, so... Probably do that before the end of the year. Which, speaking of which, dude... The year is literally over in, like, less than 3 weeks. Isn't that crazy? Time flies, I swear. It's neat seeing Entei so soon. Looking forward to what we'll see next year for this series. Yeah, like I said this earlier in the stream, but just to catch you up, my expectation is, because things have been kind of dry when it comes to like news on Pokemon Horizons lately, not gonna lie. That's why I haven't really made content or videos talking about it lately. But I get the feeling, since we've only got one more episode this year, we're probably going to be getting a trailer or a poster, or even both, for what we're going to see in 2025, or at least the beginning of the year. They did something similar last year. Well, I think we got that trailer like right at the beginning of this year, and that's kind of when it had all the stuff that came earlier this year. One of them being Dot potentially catching Tinkatink, which obviously she got, so I wouldn't be surprised if we get that around the corner here in like the next couple of weeks, or even next week, who knows, or even when we're off, because usually they do that whenever we have like a break or something like this. There usually will be like a trailer or poster or something coming out, or both. So yeah, I'd expect something coming soon. Oh yeah, did you hear that apparently Spy X Family is getting a third season? They're getting season 3 news? Yeah. I think there was a poster that came out a little while ago talking about it, or like teasing it. I was kind of expecting it pretty soon anyways. It's been a little while since we had season 2, so probably could get something for this upcoming year. Although I think the series is catching up to the manga, so it's we're probably going to be seeing, like, you know, 13, 12 episode seasons, so. I do think there's a certain arc that is going to be happening in Season 3 that is going to be a very good one. I'm not going to spoil it, but there is something good that's coming up. A very interesting arc. And hopefully we finally get Legend ZA getting mentioned by Game Freak next year. I would assume probably Pokemon Day at this point. More than likely. I mentioned this earlier in the stream, but I'm pretty sure that the leak that happened definitely impacted them. So we might have actually had something by now, but unfortunately, because of what happened, things probably got pushed back a little bit. So I would expect maybe Pokemon Day. So I just want to see what the game looks like. So before I actually, you know, make any decisions on whether I'm going to get it or not. But yeah, seeing as Legends Arceus was a fairly good game, my hope is that ZA continues that trend. So we'll see. I'm going to let you go, Mitchell. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Well, thank you so much, Kevin. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, too. Hope you have a great one, and hopefully we'll see you in the next one. So, not going to lie, it's been so wonderful seeing the 3 starters officially together in their evolved forms. With how stingy the anime, or stingy the anime is with evolving all the starters, it's so nice seeing them evolved. Yeah, we got them at least to their mid-stage. I'm hoping that they all fully evolve. They would actually be really cool, because I think this would be the first series that would actually do that. And that would be cool. So maybe let's do that. I think I know what you mean. It's just nice seeing it. Oh yeah, yep. I won't say anything more, but yep. Yep. It's just nice seeing it as the new norm. Yep, hopefully that carries on to whatever we get next. Just realized Fuecoco gets boat sick, yet they live on a dang airship. Yeah, I noticed that too. I remember seeing that. I was like, huh. Like, that's kind of interesting. I don't think I've seen that before, unless maybe they've shown it off before. I don't know. That was the first time I think I remember seeing something like that. Or Crocolar. Yep. Look, I'm used to saying Fuecoco too, so no biggie. Dude, what did I do last week? I said Freed and Burnett were hooking up, so hey, look. Accidents happen. Okay. Well, y'all. It's going on an hour and a half now, so usually by this point we're kind of calming down, so, but I'll keep going if you guys want me to. What else you guys got for me today? It's kind of funny thinking about the fact that Liko is now in the same ranks as Spinel and Owning Pokemon. Both now have 3. That's kind of neat. Didn't think about that. I think I might eventually change my profile pic, YouTube profile pic soon. I don't know what, but been having this Owl House one for a while. Gotcha. Yeah, I just need to figure out something for mine. I think I'll just do a poll like I did last year. I thought it was Freed was going to win that poll and then Liko won, so I'm just like, okay, I guess we're doing a Liko profile pic for a year. But anyways, thank you for showing up, PokeFan. I appreciate it. Me too. I need to get food here soon. But it's always a pleasure, and hopefully we'll see you in the next one. And hope you have a great rest of the day, rest of the weekend, and yeah, see you next time. I hungry. Okay. Well, you guys got anything else for me? I was going to say Pokemon music, but I realized this is Zelda. Alrighty, I will give you guys just a minute here to say anything else. We'll do one more ad break, and then if not, I think we'll probably bring the stream to a close. So I'll give you guys another minute here. Anyways, one more ad break, and that should be it. Okay, well, I'm not seeing anything, so I think we can bring the stream to a close here. So we ended up getting 9 likes. Just one more like to 10. Dang it. Maybe next time. Oh well. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and end the poll here. It looks like we got 11 votes. 8-7 wins. So can we give this episode a 7 out of 10? Sound good to y'all? Sounds good to me. Anyways, we're going to end the poll. Alright, everyone. It's been real, but I got to go get food now. I'm hungry. So I'm going to go do that. Been taking kind of a break from streaming lately. But I think we might be bringing back something here soon. We'll see how I feel on Wednesday, but we might have something going on that day. But yeah, I'll figure out something. But yeah, of course, we got one more episode of Horizons for the year. We'll be doing one final Pokemon Horizons live discussion next Saturday, and that will wrap up 2024 for the live discussions, and we'll resume in 2025. So yeah. Anywho, guys, if there's nothing else, we'll bring the stream to a close then. So, if you're still here, you're still hanging out and watching the stream, I appreciate you guys. You guys are the best. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day, night, wherever you live. And I will see you all later. Bye now. Bye-bye. See y'all later. But for real now. Have a good one, guys. See ya.